check out this new Raymond spot. Looking forward to it. So welcome to Lunchbox Lessons. We're here, Renata's out of town in Florida, where the rest of our company, me, Chris and Donna, are filling in. This is quite the spot, Chris.
I love it. Jinya, it's a great restaurant. My good friend Wee, as you know, opened this restaurant just a week ago.
Yep.
This is my third visit. I'm coming, actually, it's funny that we're coming here tonight because I'm actually coming here tonight with 8 different friends of mine. And hopefully we're sitting out there by that beautiful fire.
I tell you, I haven't been into Port Royal Plaza in a long time when it's been this packed. The whole parking lot is packed, the restaurant's packed. I think we and Lisi have done something really special here.
Absolutely. If some of you guys looked at some of my videos, we did one at Paris Baguette.
Yep.
Maybe about a month and a half ago.
Yep.
And I said life was coming to this plaza, and that's exactly what's happening. And we'll look forward to it.
Those guys are a success story. They now own 8 restaurants. I think Wee is probably the hardest working restaurant guy on this island. He's always running. The guy's just running across this plaza. He's got Oko, he's got the bakery, and he's got a place in Bluffton.
Yummy House, he's got Hook and Rio. The guy's a king.
Yeah, he's awesome.
So hi, welcome to Jinan Restaurant. My name is Yotisha. I will be just explaining to you the menu. Shrimp tempura. This one is a takoyaki with the octopus. This one is a salmon tacos, the tuna tacos, and this one is a butter corn and edamame.
Well, the food looks beautiful. How are the customers receiving the food?
Really good.
Okay. And Yodisha, you're from Mauritius. That's one of the most beautiful parts of the world. Chris, you've been there, right?
Yeah, I have been there. Love it. We had a great time.
Well, thank you for your time,
Thanks
and
so
we're
much.
going to enjoy. So this is Lisi. She's one of the owners here, Wee's wife. And Lisi, this is very impressive, everything you guys have done. This is one of the most beautiful restaurants on Hilton Head. How's everything being received so far?
This is our, week and a half, second Friday.
Nice.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get busy, and we have been busy.
Well, looks like you guys are doing really well.
Oh, great job.
Thank you so much, and you guys enjoy.
So the market, Chris, I'm seeing a little bit of a change, a little bit of a shift. I know we've been talking about it. Hilton Head as a whole is still doing exceptionally well. We're still pending a good amount of properties, but in certain areas, more inventory is coming on. You live in Port Royal, you specialize in Port Royal. I think that's one of the exceptions where the inventory is still pretty low.
As of, I believe, yesterday morning, we had 4 active properties on the whole market.
Only 4 in the whole of Port Royal.
Yeah. So there's, like I said, there's definitely a lack of inventory in certain areas on this island.
Right.
And even though activity has decreased, I think it's fair to say, in the last 2 months, we've definitely seen a shift. But I'm still excited. I mean, the fact that there's low inventory and there's still buyers out there, I think we're going to be fine.
You know, when I look at Port Royal Plantation, it's a different buyer than a lot of the rest of the island. And the reason I say that is because it's not that investment buyer, it's that end user buyer for the most part. There's no weekly rental income in there. If we transition to Forest Beach, our inventory has doubled in Forest Beach. There's now 80 properties for sale in Forest Beach, approximately, and between the villas and the condos. And 6 months ago, there was maybe 20, 25. So our opportunities for buyers in Forest Beach now have become a lot stronger. But in Port Royal, the end user buyer, that higher end person that's still wanting to move to Hilton Head in that private community, it's still a very, very highly desirable competitive market in a place like Port Royal. So every time a buyer is looking, they have to really evaluate the market they're looking at. And there are different, we work with so many different markets within the Hilton Head and Bluffton community. The buyer in Sun City and Margaritaville is so different than the buyer in Port Royal Plantation, or even the buyer is different Port Royal Plantation to Sea Pines. So it's multiple things are happening in different markets.
I agree, Tristan. And I got to say, one of the things I think that sets Hilton Head apart from the rest of the nation, we see these stats, but Hilton Head really is unique. Just logged in the Island Package before you and I met here today, and I noticed that Hilton Head was voted yet again the #1 island in the United States.
6 years in a row.
That's right. And the second one being Kiawah Island. So it's curious, 2 of them in our own state of South Carolina.
And that's by Condé Nast Traveler. And the other great thing about the Kiawah stat is Kiawah, the resort in Kiawah, is actually owned by the same folks that own Sea Pines.
Yeah.
So these guys are doing something really special. And I remember Greg Russell saying to me when the Goodwin family took over Sea Pines that they were really going to invest into this community. And I believe here we are now, 10 to 15 years after the Goodwin family took over Sea Pines, the rest of the island is really benefiting from the investment that started in Sea Pines and now is really spread throughout all of the island.
It really has. Hilton Head is really unique. I'm proud to say that a lot of the people that I've talked to, a lot of my clients in the past, really view Hilton Head as being, you want a piece of paradise, you got to pay for it.
Yeah. It's still a great place to be, even if markets are shifting. Now, one of the interesting stats is that metro areas are down.
Yeah.
You know, so that is happening. That's a documented fact now, and it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out in our market. But so far, the news is good for buyers and sellers. You're still being able to get great prices on your properties, and certain areas of the market as a buyer, you might be able to pick up a little bit better of a deal than we've seen in the past. I'm Tristan O'Grady.
Chris Gomez.
We're Coast Real Estate. We'll see you soon.